Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 10th of February 2024 and today it is yet another long journey, this time down to Herefordshire, where today it is Hereford FC versus Gateshead in the 5th round of the FA Trophy. So I felt as though I was on that second train forever, but finally here I am in Hereford, and it's actually not too bad a day weather-wise. Of course, maybe one or two asking questions about whether this game would go ahead or not, given all the rain and what have you in the last couple of days. And there is quite a lot of games and quite a few games around here as well that have been beaten by the weather, but we're good to go today and going into this afternoon's FA Trophy tie. Hereford are currently in 8th place in the National League North table, but this is going to be a very tough game for us today. They'll be confident, they'll be up for it, especially playing the game here. It's going to be a good crowd and a good atmosphere. I've got to say, when we were in the National League North, I did enjoy this particular away day. I mean, the first time I came down here was on a Tuesday night in 2019. We got beat in like the 95th minute, which was pretty painful, but thankfully better memories of our last trip here, which was on a pretty cold day in sort of mid-January, but we did get a 2-0 win thanks to goals from Kedwin Scott and Jack Hunter. I mean, I think the goals were the other way around, Jack Hunter getting the first, Kedwin Scott getting the second. Then of course the last time we played Hereford home or away was at the International Stadium of the last game of that season, which is when we got the National League North trophy. But speaking of Gateshead, we are in 7th place still in the National League table following Tuesday night's last gasp 1-1 draw at home to Eastleigh. But as I've maybe said a couple of times, you are starting to get the feeling that things maybe are starting to click a bit. Confidence is growing, and there's maybe a newfound desire just to never give up in games. I think one thing that was really noticeable the other night is that we just did not give up until the Fat Lady sung, and maybe got our just rewards for that. I think as we said, a point was probably the bare minimum that we deserved from the game. I mean, a penalty was probably a little bit dubious, but sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But as I say, maybe it's the least we deserve from that game for our overall play and the chances that we did create. But our attention turns there to another competition. It's a chance to get to the quarterfinals for a second year in a row. I think obviously the final aim would be to get to the final for a second year in a row, but this time go on better. But we just got to take it one step at a time. Can't get ahead of ourselves yet. This is going to be a really, really difficult game this today. You've got to remember, it was only in the last round we very nearly came unstuck against Western-super-Mare, but just about got through on penalties. I mean, thankfully we are doing a little bit better in terms of availability and what have you today. I think there's only 2 players cup tied, which is a massive difference compared to last year. I think this year it's only Kane Dom who's featured for Welling United earlier on in the competition, and Lewis Knight who's featured for Blythe Spartans. But other than that, everyone is technically available. But of course, we do still have 1 or 2 injury concerns, but that's by the by. Hopefully we can just come down here today, get the job done, then look forward to a quarter-final in a few weeks' time. So let's head on down to Edgar Street and find out how it all unfolds.
12 6 game, 22 to 31 on
Half-time, Hereford FC 0, Gateshead 0. I can't see a first half goal for shit at the minute, can I? That's 5 of the last 6 football matches I've been to that have been 0-0 at half-time. That's 4 in a row, so really starting to wonder at this point, will I ever see a first half goal again? But yeah, it's not been without our chances. I think for the most part we have controlled the play, but I think once again maybe struggling with the low block a little bit. Hereford maybe at times been fairly happy to sit off us, just let us have it, and I think that's maybe been our weakness throughout the course of the season, really, that whenever teams do maybe sit back a little bit, we find it pretty tough to break down, and that is proving the case once again. But as I said, I can't pick out many faults with the overall performance. We have had a fair few chances. Obviously the standout ones will be that one where the keeper's pulled off a pretty impressive save from, I think it was Asani who was arriving into the box, and Conor McBride had a shot from range which struck the post. We've had a few where there's maybe shot from range and it's gone over or gone wide or whatever, but up to now can't seem to find a way to break through. Hereford, they had a decent enough chance towards the end of the first half, but Lewis Story got the block in. But as long as we just keep on doing what we're doing, and hopefully before long that all-important goal will come, and hopefully just be able to see it out from there. Be interesting to see what sort of changes we make. Of course, we have rotated a little bit today, but we do have the option to bring on the likes of Callum Whelan, Ed Francis, Marcus Denanga if we need to, but we'll just see how the second half goes. Hopefully their services won't be needed, and we can just get this game won.
Go on! Oh. Seven minutes of added time at the end of this game. 7 minutes. Nearly done by a goalkeeper there. Come on.
Full time, Hereford FC 0, Gateshead 1. the heat's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. For the most part, you have to say we're in a lot of control of that game, and eventually the goal that we probably deserved for our play did come. Obviously, Denanga, they're getting round the defence, anticipated it really well. Actually, obviously the Hereford player heading it back, landed in his path, and he's just chipped it over the keeper, and it's gone into the back of the net, and that now means that he's scored in every FA Trophy game so far this season. So yeah, he's certainly tearing this competition a new one so far, but by God, Hereford did not give us a scare towards the end of that game. Some of the chances are created, hitting the bar, the goalkeeper of all people heading wide with the last chance of the game. It really was hearts and mouth stuff, and you've got to give Hereford quite a bit of credit for that. I thought they looked a decent team. I don't think any Gateshead fan was underestimating them coming down here. I think we'd know better than to do that, and I think that game maybe showed why we're never going to come down here and steamroll them, and they stuck at it right at the end. The crowd really gave them a lift. I thought the Hereford fans were pretty good today, I've got to say. I'm just glad that we've managed to do our bit in terms of getting the job done, getting our name into that hat for the last day. And look, I know obviously Barnet's still in there, Solihull is still in there, Bromley is still in there, but we're still in there, and that's a great thing. And you've got to remember, we have beaten Barnet twice this season, we've beaten Solihull this season. On our day we can beat Bromley, so why not? That's the question I'm asking. I mean, obviously I think today we maybe found again that we do maybe struggle a little bit when teams put the low block on us, but I think it's maybe important that we don't give teams a proper blueprint to go with when they play against us, because I think between now and the end of the season, we might have quite a few frustrating games, but I think it's just about learning for everyone. I think there might be a game where teams try to low block against us, but we get a goal against them within 5-10 minutes of the game, and all of a sudden their game plan's out the window, and that suits us. I think we do play better when teams come on to us. I know today was a little bit different because we'd got the goal and Hereford had to start coming on to us, and credit to Hereford, they did do it quite well. It was nervous times. I was getting a few flashbacks to that game in 2019 down here when they scored late on against us, but thankfully that didn't happen today, and we can now advance into the last day of the FA Trophy. As I said, we just got to we'll get what we're given in terms of the draw. It's going to be there's obviously some really tough. Some really tough games in there. As I said, there's some tough teams in there, but we're a tough team for everyone, and that's the thing. We know the challenges ahead. We know that the stage of the competition, it does start getting pretty intense, as we know all too well from last year, but we've just got to keep doing what we're doing. I think we found a good formula. I do like the fact that we are maybe now a bit more adaptable to certain situations in terms of maybe when we're chasing games, maybe when we're just needing to see out games, as has been the case a few times recently. And it's been a long trip, but we can once again enjoy the journey home. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow actually with a really big game from one of the women's leagues. It is Middlesbrough women versus Barnsley women, so I think that's a top 2 clash actually, so be interesting to see what happens there. Can I finally see a goal in the first half? Check back tomorrow to find out, but until then, take care, cheers for watching, see you later.